Kya sas tikanete kalai maste. My name is Rose and I'm coming to you from a blog called palmestincrete.com. Today I'm actually in the middle of doing my hair, so I couldn't go and record outside. If you have watched my previous video where I talked about being black in Crete, then you know that I have challenges when it comes to my hair. So I have just washed it, and I think I'm gonna put more extensions. I had black and blonde extensions, and then I think I'm gonna put maybe black and red, or maybe black and red and blonde and be all summery. I don't know, but anyway, I'll figure something out. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. Okay, I'm gonna try and answer some of the questions I've been getting. I've had a few questions, and one of the questions that I got that actually inspired me to write a blog post was a question about where to buy household appliances and items. And I think, there are some people who prefer shipping things from, let's say, UK, because maybe they feel like they can't get the kinds of things they need. But there are many shops here on Crete, and I'm going to focus on shops that are within Hanya area, because that's where we shop. But I'm sure even in Heraklion and Rethymno you can find these shops. And you can find, furniture and like kitchen appliances like ovens and fridges and things like that. So I'm gonna be mentioning these shops because these are places that we have bought things from, and I'm not affiliated with these shops at all. Like, I think they should give me commission because I'm gonna be doing advertise for them. But it's places that we've been and we have actually bought products from, and we are happy with the products. For those people who maybe like shipping their products from the UK, I don't know how it is now with Brexit, but we had a neighbor who actually had her kitchen shipped from the UK. I guess she bought from the shops that she's sure of, and she knows what kind of material she's getting, what kind of quality she's getting. So she ordered her kitchen. I'm not sure from where, but I'm not sure from which shop, but it was from the UK, and it was shipped here, and the husband and other family members helped to install the kitchen, and it was absolutely amazing. So I want to mention, for those people who ship their goods from the UK, they usually use a company called Nomade. I think it's called Nomade, and they have a place in Vamos where people can collect their products and their goods. So yeah, there are some people who use Nomade to bring those big things to this side of Crete. So that being said, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can easily go to the shops I'm going to mention, and you will be able to find whether it's kitchen and other things, and furniture, other things you can find in these shops. So I must say, when it comes to kitchen, maybe the only place I can mention, because that's where we got our kitchen from, it's IKEA. The only problem with that is you have to install the kitchen yourself. So you buy the cupboards, they come in boxes, and they have instructions, and then you have to put everything together yourself. I'm sure you're familiar with IKEA. Well, husband and I, we were able to install our own kitchen. We didn't fight. I was listening to radio show where they say that the worst thing a couple can do is order an IKEA kitchen, because things can go very wrong. But we were able to install the kitchen, and we liked what we did. But the IKEA here in Hanya, they have services where you can actually have them come over and install the kitchen for you. Obviously, for a price. We didn't ask so much about that because we knew we were going to do it ourselves, so it wasn't a problem for us. But if it's a problem for you, then you can ask them to come and install the kitchen for you. And then when it comes to furniture like sofas and beds and things like that, I would recommend a shop called, I would say Simple City, but I'll also say another one called Oikos. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right. I don't know whether it's Ikos, because when you say in Greek, I think it should be Ikos, but I say Oikos. So those are places where you can find furnitures like dining tables, chairs, sofas, beds and things like that. And also Simple City, you can find bedding, and even Oikos actually, you can find bedding, you can find other things like cookware and things like that for your kitchen. So those are shops that we have shopped there, and we are happy with the things we got from there. When it comes to electronics and other kitchen appliances, like let's say fridge, oven, microwaves and things like that, I'll say a shop called what is it called? Electronet. Yes, that is where we got our fridge from, and our oven and our microwave. So, and also there's this shop called Kochovulos. Okay, so this shop is like, you can find any kinds of electronics and things for your kitchen as well. Like anything that uses electric, I think you can find it there. We've been there, their shop in Hanya, and it's I think 3 floors, and it's packed with all kinds of things. So I'm sure you'll be able to find something there, like blenders and juicers and things like that, and even ovens and all kinds of things. So those are the shops that I think you'll be able to find the things that you asked about. And also when it comes to bedding, you can go to Yux, I think it's called. It's a Scandinavian shop. I'm gonna leave all these links below, and then you can have a look. We haven't ordered anything from their online stores, but we always drive there and get whatever it is that we need. But you can have a look and also have the directions to the shop, how to get there and things like that. So I'm gonna leave those websites below. So yeah, I think I have answered that question. That's where you can find those things that you might want to get. Another question I was asked was how to enroll your children to school when you move to Crete. Personally, I haven't done it because I don't have any children, but I have spoken to somebody who moved here from the UK, and they moved here when their children were small. They said 6 and 4, and they told me the process was easy. They just had to translate the birth certificates of the children from English to Greek. Obviously, there's a fee for that. But once you have the birth certificates translated, then you go to the school that you want your children to attend, and you're going to fill out, obviously, application form, and you're going to give the copies of your children's birth certificates, and then they are going to send them to the education board, and then you'll be notified whether your children have been accepted. So she says she was able to enroll her children. Obviously, they were small, so like language was not a problem because they were not really learning serious subjects. And also for children, she said it only took them like 2 months, and they were like fluent in Greek, so that was not a problem. But I think if you want to enroll children who, advanced in education, like let's say they are in, I would say like they are in high school, I think that could be a bit challenging because they need to speak Greek. So, but once you get here, you'll be able to find all these things out and how to do it and how to enroll the children to school and how to get them to learn Greek. She did tell me though that there is a private school in Hanya. I guess that's where the because there's an American army base in Sudan, and that's where I think they take their children. It's a private school, but she did say it's quite expensive to enroll your child there. So, but you can have a look. So yeah, that's the information I got about enrolling your children to school here on Crete. The next question I got was how to make friends when you move here. I think if you're a social person, you'll be able to make friends no matter where you go. Personally, when I moved here, obviously my husband was already living here, so he had his own circle of friends. So I sort of adopted them, or they adopted me, and somehow then we were able I was able to be introduced to new people and things like that. But I think if you're social, you'll be able to find friends. But that being said, I'll say you can join like forums, those ones that there's a website called livingincrete.net, I think it's called. I'm going to link it below. And there they have different forums and they have different posts of people living in different parts of Crete. And then if you join there, I'm sure you'll be able to find people. And also you can join join social activities, like there's walking groups. There are many things you can do to meet new people. And also when you go to a taverna, like if you're friendly and you say hello to someone, that's how you meet friends. But if you sit and you don't want to be involved, then it's going to be difficult to meet. We've met many friends who have come here on holiday, and then we just meet at the taverna and we get talking, and and we exchange like phone numbers or email addresses, and then we are friends. So making friends, I think it's just like any other place. Even if you're living in your home country, if you want to make more friends, you have to make the effort. So when you move here to Crete, you also need to make the effort to meet new people. Like you can't be sitting like in the house and expect to meet friends. You need to go out. You need to get involved in, as I said, different activities like joining walking groups and things like that. So another question I got was about how to avoid fraud when you're buying property here on Crete. So far, we've had many people who have bought property, and we haven't had, well, our side of Crete, we haven't had anybody complaining about, there was fraud involved or anything like that. As long as you have your own lawyer and they look at everything, because if you buy property, there are many things that need to be, looked at before you actually make the purchase. So having your own lawyer taking care of everything is the only way. So, but so far I haven't heard anything about fraud. So I think that will depend on your lawyer. You have to hire a good lawyer to make sure that everything goes smoothly and everything is taken care of. And of course, if you remember my previous video, I talked about living in apartments. I said that you have to be very careful when it comes to things like communal areas and things like that. So I'm gonna link that video if you haven't watched it, so you can watch it again. But I think buying property here on Crete is straightforward. I think it's just like any other place. Everything needs to be looked at. Obviously, the lawyer needs to find out, that the property belongs to to that person who is selling it, and it's in the correct area where, like it's not illegal, like it's not built at an area where it's illegal to build that kind of building, things like that. So I'm sure a lawyer will take a look at that and you'll be fine. So I think those are some of the questions I got. If you have any more questions, just leave them below and I will address them to the best of my ability. And if I don't have the answers, obviously I'll ask people who have the answers, and then I'll let you know. So thank you so much for coming to my video today. Please give me a like, please share if you like it, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and visit the Palmest in Crete blog, where you will find a lot of information that will be super helpful. Thank you so much, and I shall see you on my next one. Yes,